And no matter what financial issue they come up with, you open your mouth to say, oh my goodness, oh yeah, oh my. I'm sure you'll figure it out. And then you do not reach into your wallet. Unless you're getting into your purse to call 911 for him, do not open your purse. Up-level your look. Go to more expensive places. If you're dating online, go to websites that are very expensive. Stop being on Tinder and eHarmony and all these broke men places. But you have to look expensive. Your energy needs to be one of wealth consciousness. You need to put effort into your look. Stop eating cheap foods, first of all. Whatever you eat becomes you. So if you're eating grains, if you're eating carbs, those are the cheapest foods on the planet. And so that is becoming your energetic makeup. So don't eat sugar, don't eat grains, and instantly you'll start looking expensive. Your hair will start looking healthier. So put effort into your skin and hair simply by cutting out certain foods. You'll start losing weight like you won't believe. Do intermittent fasting. And go and up-level your look. Look expensive. And the best way to look expensive is actually looking healthy. It's the cheapest way to look expensive.
Hey sis, can we talk? You've been attracting broke men and it's time for you to stop. And there are 3 ways for you to stop attracting broke men. The first is for you to stop giving off broke woman vibes. Now, I'm not talking about your finances or your wallet or your money status. I'm talking about emotional brokenness, spiritual brokenness, psychological brokenness. And the only way for you to do that is for you to focus on emotional healing, spiritual healing, and psychological healing for yourself before you look for a man. The second way to stop attracting broke men is to stop putting yourself in places and spaces where broke men hang out. Elevate your lifestyle, right? Stop going to the same old hood spots that you've been going to. Now, we know everybody loves the hood, but sometimes you need to get out of the hood to meet a different caliber of man. And the third way to stop attracting broke men is to set some high standards, requirements, and rules for yourself.
When he's entering your body, he's tapping into a source. Your feminine power is a source. And he doesn't know how to get the source on his own, so he's getting it from you. And as he's taking your energy, then you're left with less energy. You know what that means, ma'am? Hello? Do you know what that means when a man is just taking from you your sexual power and your sexual energy, and you're not getting anything back? And the only way you can get something back is if this man is committing to you. If he's energetically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually giving to you. And you know when a man is doing that. You can feel it. But if he's not doing that, then it drains you of your life essence. It drains you of your ability to make more money, your ability to make better quality relationships. It drains your mental health. It drains your feminine energy. Okay? It raises your cortisol, it raises your stress levels. It increases the risk of diabetes, heart disease, hypertension. It increases the risk of vaginal dryness and weight gain, ma'am. There's not a D in the world that's worth vaginal dryness. It's just not. Not even Jason Monáe. It's no ma'am.
This is my take. Never feel bad for leaving a broke man. Not just financially, girl. Emotionally, physically, intelligently, if that's even a word. Because here's the thing, right? Most broke men, even if they are financially broke, are also broke in other areas. They're usually emotionally broke, they're usually emotionally immature, and they can't talk about their feelings. Or they're so immature that they take out their anger on you, even if you haven't done anything wrong. Or they just simply do not care about your emotions, girl. That's what we call an emotionally broke man. Or he can be physically broke. He could be eating unhealthy, he could be not working out as much, just overall not taking care of his body. I'm not saying that a certain body type is wrong. I'm just saying if he's not taking care of himself, if he's not healthy, why is he in your life? And third, intelligently, if this man is not reading, if this man hasn't picked up a book in like years, I truly don't know what to tell you, girl. A man needs to be rich in all areas. Most of the time they get mad at me because they think I'm just talking about money. I'm not just talking about money. Y'all be lacking in other areas too. And that's not to say that a rich man can't be broke either in other areas. Some rich men can be emotionally broke or intelligently broke. It all depends on who they are as a person, but you as a woman deserve a man who has all of them. Keep your standards high. I hope this helps. Love you guys.
When a man starts bringing up in this economy, you got to have two incomes. Well, tell him to go get two streams of income or to leave you alone because you can't afford to date in this economy. So many men are making the false assumption that just because women want providers, men think that women are broke. We're not broke. Women hold a lot more than the modern man does these days as far as money. Okay. There are women out here with higher positions than these types of guys who are in the comments complaining. There are women out here with more in their savings, better credit than a lot of these guys out here thinking that they're the target. So you're not the target if you have to check your bank account before you pump gas, sir. And you don't have the right to tell someone that they're spoiled, bougie, or entitled if you have to check your account before you pump gas. Go back home to your mother. Okay, times are hard out there for broke dusties. And I'm not talking about, people in general. I'm talking about the audacity of a man wanting a woman that he cannot afford. It is best to be single in this economy versus you need two incomes to survive in this economy. No, you just need to be single in this economy because women are fine. Okay. Women never have to go broke. We all know that. So
how do you undo it? That's difficult because when there is intercourse, there's also a soul tie. So this is why breaking up is so difficult. It's traumatic, it's emotional, because it wasn't just a friendship or a relationship or a sexual interaction. It was actually a soul tie. And so it takes a bit of undoing. The recommendation, therefore, is that you minimize the number of partners just to preserve your energy field and to minimize the amount of clutter and debris of an emotional, spiritual, mental nature that you can be taking in. There's also, I'm going to give a good example. You know how when you go to the fast food store and you go to the soda fountain, you have lemon and you have orange, you have grape, you have Pepsi, and you have, some children just go and they just get, is it a good drink? Yeah, it tastes all right. What color is it? It probably is like a murky color. It's okay. It's fine. But it's not the same as having a pure orange soda or pure grape or pure, you know what I mean? It's a fruit punch that is not so nicely melded. So the idea is to keep yourself pure.
Here is a super quick tip to help you reset your nervous system if you find yourself taking on other people's emotions. This is especially for my empaths out there and for the people who felt like they needed to carry the burden of their family's emotions during their childhood. So here's what you do. The next time that you are in an exchange where someone is really pulling on your energy, or you're really walking away from it feeling sad or heavy or anxious or whatever, anything that is absolutely not yours, you're going to take a breath, ground yourself down, and make a 4 with one of your hands. Does not matter. With the pads of your fingers, you're going to find the center point of your chest. So it's right at the place where these bones meet in your chest area and your clavicle. And in that intersection, you're going to tap with the pads of your fingers for at least 30 seconds. And as you tap for those 30 seconds, you're going to be taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And you're just going to keep going. And you'll even start to hear it. You can start to hear it in my voice, that the nature and the tone of my voice gets a little bit softer. It's a little bit more relaxed. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that literally will reset your nervous system. And this works because what you're doing is you're tapping on your acupuncture points. So the points in our body that hold all of our little nerve endings and different sensations. If you literally tap on them, you're stimulating an entire nervous system reset, because this is where all of these sort of nerve endings and energy enter and exit points arrive, especially in your chest. It's one of my favorite tools. Do it for at least 30 seconds, longer if you need, and just watch yourself transform.
Stop dressing like broke man bait. What is broke man bait? Broke man bait is anything you probably see on Instagram, anything you probably see in the club, anything you probably see on Love and Hip Hop, That's broke men attire, okay, dusty attire, right? Leggings, skin tight jeans with, everything showing, maybe a low top shirt, just the typical Instagram look. And I'm not saying it's ugly, because it's not ugly, okay? I'm not saying that's ugly. In fact, it looks good, but it doesn't attract men with a lot of money that will probably want to be with you long term. Okay. That's quick money or no money. Okay. So what you want to do is dress almost the opposite of that, which is well put together, right? More tailored, more sophisticated, more classy. Another thing you could do is your nails. Your nails tell a story. If they're very complicated, you're going to attract dusties. Okay. Complicated nails. I'm just going to say complicated. Complicated nails attract dusties. Okay. Complicated colors may attract dusties. Okay. So you got to keep it neutral, red, pink, neutrals, stuff like that. Peach, whatever. No outlandish colors, because that's not what wealth is attracted to. Okay. Dusties are broke men. So if you're going to attract men with money, you need to look like a man with money's girlfriend or wife.
Let me talk to him today. Listen, your energy is currency, okay? Your energy is currency, which means you are a bank. You are a bank. So everybody that walks up to you is a customer. But some customers come to deposit, and some this is so good. This is so good. Some customers come to deposit, and some customers come to withdraw. So not every customer is coming to put money in the bank. Now, how do you know the difference between somebody that's coming to deposit and somebody that's coming to withdraw? And is it a problem that somebody is coming to withdraw? Absolutely not. But guess what? In order to withdraw from a bank, you got to have what? An account. You got to have what? An account. They don't know you. They haven't built a relationship with you. Therefore, they shouldn't be able to make deposits, tell you anything about yourself, and they shouldn't be able to make a withdrawal, which is say something negative about you. Understand me, they don't have an account at this bank. Now, what happens when a person wants to come and make a deposit or withdraw? A deposit or withdraw when they don't have an account. You see, when you make a deposit, when you deposit a check at a bank that you don't have a deposit in, you don't have a relationship with, you get taxed. You got to pay a fee to talk to me. You got to pay a fee to express your opinions to me. You're going to have to book a call if you want to say negative things to me. You don't have an account. We haven't built a relationship. Now, what happens when a person wants to come take a withdrawal and they don't have a bank account at this bank? They don't have a bank account. They don't have an ID. They don't have no credentials, but they want to take a withdrawal. What does that sound like? A bank robber. You are being robbed of your energy because you don't have security. Most banks have security. What is security for? Security is to stop people from reaching stages in the bank that don't have any business there. Who's your security? Your security is Jesus Christ. Your security is your protection. Your security is the man who laid his life on a cross for you. Now, if you don't have that security, you're going to let anybody into your bank, whether they have business to do or not. You're going to let anybody come and deposit anything into your spirit and take anything away. You're going to allow yourself to be robbed. You're going to allow yourself to be tainted, and your business will fail. Your bank will fail, and you will go bankrupt in the spirit because you don't have the security of God.
You let them go physically, but let's talk about how to let them go spiritually. Let's dive in. Talk about how to remove someone's energy from your life. Is he gone, but it feels like he's stealing your spirit? If so, then this lesson is for you. Letting go physically is easy, but letting go in your energy, now that's where the real work begins. Let's talk about it. Every person you connect with leaves an imprint on you, especially if there was love, intimacy, and deep emotion. You have to go and do a full energy detox, ladies. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That means you're blocking, removing reminders, and people that are connected to that source. Cutting off all unnecessary ties. If you don't consciously release their energy, they'll still hold a place in your mind and in your heart, even if it's a broken heart because of them. If you don't clear them out, you're going to keep attracting the same person just in a different body. Your energy must be healed before you move on. That's why this is important, ladies. Take note. I'm going to be giving you 3 rituals you can do to cleanse your energy. So the first one is going to be the fire release ritual. This is where you're burning away old memories of them and emotional attachments. Write an honest, raw message to the person that you need to release. What they gave you, what they took from you. And then I want you to write in there what you're letting go. I want you to read that letter out loud and then say, I release you. You no longer hold a place in my mind, my body, or my spirit. And then I want you to burn the letter. Y'all, safety first now, in a fireproof dish. And as the ashes fall, I want you to imagine the emotions that you had that was holding you to them diminishing. Fire represents transformation and purification, ladies. This type of ritual helps sever energetic ties and create space for new beginnings. 2, ladies, we're going to talk about the spiritual bath. Washing away lingering emotional residue and resetting your aura. I want you to run a warm bath with Epsom salt or the pink Himalayan salt, roses and lavender for peace. And then add you a couple drops of essential oils like eucalyptus, clearing negativity, or rosemary, and that's going to give you that spiritual protection. And while you're in that bath, I want you to close your eyes and visualize all the emotions attached to that person washing away. And then I want you to say out loud, I am cleansing my spirit of all things that no longer serve me. I am renewed. So water is a natural conduit for energy cleansing. And salt removes stagnant energy. And flowers promote emotional healing, ladies. And 3, ladies, we have the sound and smoke clearing. Clearing your home and your spirit of lingering energy from past relationships. So 10, how do you do it? Let's dive into that. You're going to light sage, Palo Santo, or the frankincense incense and let the smoke move through your home. And especially where that person spent time. And then you have to open those windows so that negative energy can exit. Y'all, this is the part that people miss. And as you cleanse, ladies, I want you to say, this space is mine, and I'm cleansing all energy that doesn't belong to me. And I want you to play healing frequencies or gospel music to raise your vibration. And if you feel heavy energy around yourself, use the smoke to cleanse yourself, moving from head to your toes. Remember, smoke and sound clear stagnant energy, removing both emotional and spiritual imprints that are left behind, unwanted. And ladies, remember that cleansing your energy is not a one-time thing. It's a process. You may need to repeat this ritual anytime you start feeling emotional. When that emotional residue start creeping back in, it's time to cleanse. The goal is clear. When you remove the past, you make room for the future. Let me know if you received this lesson in the comments by putting cleanse in the comments. And ladies, if you need help with these rituals, DM me. We got to get your energy cleansed from that old residue. Y'all, class is dismissed. Bye, y'all.